Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So I'm here with the third update for my 2019 Project Pan, and this year I'm doing the hashtag Team Project Pan that was started by Kat and Hailey from Beauty News. And basically what it is, it's a full year rolling Project Pan. So beginning of the project you pick out an item from each makeup category like foundation, primer, blush, concealer, and then there's also a few non-makeup categories. And when you use up an item, you replace it with a similar item. So for example, if you were to use up, say, a blush, replace it with another blush. So this is my third update, and I will start off by sharing what I was able to use up in the past month. So the past month, I only used up one item, but it's the Dr. Jart Beauty Balm BB Dissapore. So in my last update, I was almost finished off with this, but I hadn't cut into the packaging yet. So I have now cut into the packaging. I used up all of the product, and yeah, this is finished off. So normally at this point, I would add in another BB cream or my replacement item. But I actually at this point don't have any other BB creams in my collection. I'm planning, there's usually a spring Sephora sale. So if there is one, that's usually in April every year, I will purchase or repurchase a BB cream at that point, and that will be my replacement item. So I'm hoping by the next update to have a replacement item for this, but at this point I've just used it up. I don't have a replacement item. And yeah, that is finished off. So now I'll go over the progress on everything I'm still working on. So the first category is my primer, and for my primer I have my Milk Blur Stick. So this is something I just added into the project last month. So it was interesting to see in a month's time how much progress I was able to make. So you can see my mark from when I started versus this update. So I feel like to be able to fully wear down the product from the packaging, it will probably take another month, but there is more product inside the plastic packaging. So I feel like I will want to use up all the product that I can. So maybe 2 or 3 more months maybe to fully use up this product. But that's the first item I'm still working on. The next category is foundation, and for foundation I have the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. Now this past month I was really focused on the BB cream, so I only used this a handful of times, but I really don't have a lot of product left. I don't know how well you can see, but it's just the product at the bottom, and I have my mark from last time versus this time, so not a ton of progress, but again, I wasn't really focusing on this, but this is something I will be focusing on for April. And with that Sephora sale, I really don't have, I have some foundation samples in my collection, but I don't have any other foundation, full-size foundation. So foundation is something else I want to pick up at the sale. So this I'll be focusing on this next month. The next category is concealer, and I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And I feel like if I'm looking through the packaging that I'm down to here. I haven't marked this because concealer is really hard because product gets all over on the sides, and I feel like I use concealer until I can't get a good application anymore on the applicator, and then I take out the stopper, and then I'm able to use it for months more. So I'm not marking this because it's kind of hard to tell, but I feel like I'm using up this. But with this one, I feel like I still get so much, I think because the applicator is so large on this one, I still get so much product on the applicator, so that's the applicator of this one. It's gigantic. But using it every day, I feel like concealers, from start to use it to the finish of using it is about a year for me to use up something like this. But this one I've kind of been using off and on before I put it into this project. This is one I just added into the project last month. So we'll see how long this takes. I'm anticipating probably most of the year to finish up, but I am working on that, using it every day. The next category is powder, and for my powder I have the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder. It's a loose powder, and I was rewatching my video from last month to try to see how far I was on this, and I had said in that video that I was right like above the mattifying loose setting powder on the back, and I feel like I'm at the same place now. But this is something I do use every day, but with powder, like, you don't want to use too much at a time, and I really like this powder, so I'm not trying to get through it super quickly, but I am using it every day. I do like to set my foundation or BB cream with a powder, but this one we'll see how long this takes me to finish off, and I expect this one to be months and months and months, maybe even the whole rest of the year to finish off. But that's the powder. My next item is a setting spray, or technically it's a primer water, but I'm putting it in the setting spray category, and that's mainly how I use it. But this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. So last month I did add this one into the project as well, and I had it, at that point it was a completely new product that I hadn't used at all, so I didn't make a mark for my first update, but now you can see, I don't know if you can see my mark, it's like right, it's kind of faint, like right there. Honestly, I haven't been using this every day. I really do like this product. I need to get in a better habit about using it every day, because based on my current progress with a month, I don't know if I can use this up in a year. It's not, I don't know, or I definitely can't use it up with the rest in like 2019. Maybe I can use it, the whole thing up in like a year's, in 12 months. But yeah, that's the thing about this project, about adding in completely new products. It's not stuff that I'm like, oh, I want to use that up super quickly. Like stuff that's been hanging around my collection that I have a little bit left of, or it's getting old, that I'm much more motivated to like get through it really quickly. But like new things, I don't have that same like, I need to use it up super quickly. But I do like using a setting spray. I do want to try this out as a primer also. I do really like this product, so I do want to use it. I don't want it just to kind of sit there because it's new and I don't want to touch it. But yeah, that's the amount of progress I was able to make in a month. We'll see if I can maybe focus on this more, just focus on it by like using it every day, or every day that I wear makeup this next month, to see how much progress I can make. But that's where I am with this one. My next category is blush, and for blushes I have 2 items. So this is an example of something that it's getting old in my collection that I just want to use it up, unlike the Smashbox primer water. But this is the cream blush in my project. This is the Josie Moran Coconut Water, Cheek Gelée, and Poppy Paradise, and this is what I have left of it. So I had like a chunk over here and then this chunk here, and I was focusing on using up this. So I just have a little bit there. I think I can definitely get through that, and then I'll just have like this portion left. This is something I've been working on in multiple projects. I just really want to use it up. So that's where I am. I am happy that I have some visual progress this month. And then the other blush is a powder blush. It's from Tarte. It's the Amazonian Clay Blush in Exposed. This is something else I use every single day, something I really want to work through. It's hard to show some progress with this. You can see pan, but I've had pan on this blush for months and months and months. But that's where that's how that's looking. The next category is highlighters, and for highlighters I again have a cream product and a powder. So for my cream blush I have the Benefit Watts Up. Now, at my last update, I was able to make some progress with this, and then for this update, I didn't even make a new mark. I barely made any progress with this. I was good with this for a while, like applying it under my foundation to add some like luminosity, I guess. But I don't know, I've kind of neglected this. So this is a product that can kind of just sit there and I forget about it unless I'm like really like focused on using it up, or focused on just using it. So I need to start focusing on this one again, make some more progress with it. And then my other highlighter is the Laura Mercier. It's the Matte Radiance Baked Highlight or Powder and Highlight 01. Now this isn't a product I'm planning to use up. I don't know if I can use up this highlighter, but I am trying to just make as much progress as possible. I think I've said in other updates, I don't use highlighter every single day. but I just want to make some progress on this, like some visual progress. So that's where I am with that. I've worn down the dome a little bit, but I haven't hit pan or anything. It would be awesome to like hit pan on this, but that's where I am with this. The next category is my finishing powder, and for that I'm using the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Ethereal Light. So this is something else I use every single day. It's a slow moving product, but at least I have pan on it. So that's where I am with this, and any product that I can say I'm using every day, I'm happy with that. So not the case for the highlighters, but this one I definitely do use every single day. So that is that product. And then next I have my eyeshadow primer. This is from Nars. It's a smudge proof eyeshadow base. Again, this is a product I use every single day. Wear eyeshadow every day, so I always use my eyeshadow primer. This is something else I feel like from starting to use it to finish, it takes me about a year. So we'll see. This is when I did start at the beginning of the year, so we'll see how long it takes me to finish off. Hopefully by the end of the project, the last update at the end of the year, I will have this finished off, but it is something, again, I'm using every day. Then I have my cream eyeshadows. So I have two different cream eyeshadows. I have one from trèStiQue. It's a mini shadow crayon in Tibetan Ivory. So that's how much of this I have left. These are really soft. They like kind of break off. But I have my little post-it for this. And you can see, like, compared to my last update, I was able to make some more progress, which I was happy with. This past month, I was using the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. It was my eyeshadow that I was focusing on, my eyeshadow palette. And I was doing some more lighter looks where I could pair with this, so I did get some progress with this one. And then my other cream shadow is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Duality. It's this little double-ended cream eyeshadow stick, and I can show you my progress with that. So I was able to make some progress. Again, I use the matte side pretty much every single day as a brow bone highlight. I don't really use the shimmer side that much, so that's what I have left of this one. This is something else I really want to have finished by the end of the year, just because it is an older project in my collection, and it's getting like really small. It's kind of hard to use, but that's something I really want to finish up. Then my next category is my eyeshadows. So I'm not focusing on using up any eyeshadows. I'm just rotating through everything in my collection. So as I had mentioned, this past month in March, I was using the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. This is a really pretty palette. I am glad that I do like rotate through my products, because some things I feel like kind of sit in my collection, or you know, if I was just like, I probably would get into a routine of just using like the same palette every day if I didn't like rotate through things. But I really like this palette. It's super pretty with all the rose gold tones. It has some darker tones. It has this like gold here. All the names like got worn off, but the golden trick is super pretty. It's like a really pretty palette. So I really enjoyed using it this past month. Along with the palette, I did pull in some Stila glittering glows in the shades Rose Gold Retro, which paired really well, and then Smoldering Satin for some of those darker shades. So those were my eyeshadows for March. And then for April, I will be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I think both of these are really gorgeous like spring palettes, so I'm really excited to use the Modern Renaissance palette now. It's one of my favorite palettes. It'd probably be a palette, if I could just use whatever, I would probably just use this every single day, but I do like also remembering that I have other like beautiful palettes in my collection. So this palette I'm really excited about. And then with the Stila Glittering Glows, I have been pulling those in the past like few months, or maybe even every update I've been pulling them in. So with these, I just decided I only have 3 of them. I have the 2 I mentioned, and then one in Kit and Karma. They're little minis that I got in a set last year. But I think I'm just gonna keep these as like constants in my like daily makeup collection. It's not gonna be something I'm gonna pull in each month. I'm just gonna have them all kind of at hand to use them as I want to. Because I only have 3 of them anyway, so I'm just gonna have these be part of my like staple makeup, like daily makeup stuff. Anyway, that is those. And then the next category is liner. So I have like a marker liner, and this is the NYX Super Skinny Eye Marker in Carbon Black. So this I'm just going to use till it dries up. It's still working fine. I was using this more at the beginning of the project, and then I kind of like forgot about it, so I didn't use it that much over the past month, and I didn't, like with most of the look, I used it a few times, but with most of the looks with the Naked 3 palette, I didn't want to go with a really like heavy liner, like a really dark liner. I wanted something kind of softer. So I didn't get a ton of use out of it, but we'll see with Modern Renaissance. Probably again, it won't be something I will really want to pair with Modern Renaissance. I don't go for like a lot of like really dark liner anyway, so this is more a product I kind of just play around with, but still working on that one. Then I have my pencil liner. It's the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Desperation. It's like a gray, matte gray. This is something that I would more, it's like softer, I would more likely pair with the palettes that I've been using. But honestly, I need to get better about using this one every day. So you can see my mark this time. So I was able to make some progress, but again, it's not a product that I'm thinking about or using every single day. I need to be better about using this more consistently so I can work through it. That's my liner. Then I have mascara. This is the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. I believe, I'll have to look back at my videos, I believe I've been using this for 2 months now, so maybe like another month of use, and then I can switch that out to something else. But I do really like this. It's just a little like mini size, but it is a really nice mascara. I do like the brush a lot. So still working on this one. This one is still going strong. Then I have my brow product. So I have for color product the Benefit Gimme Brow. I'm not sure. Like it feels like this is kind of empty, but I feel like it still works. So I'm not sure how much longer this will last, but this is a product I do use every day. Then I have my brow setting product, the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. And again, this is something I use every single day, so I feel like I still have quite a bit of product of this left. And then next I have my lip products. So for lipstick, I have this from Bite. It's the, I always try to read it every month. It's the Matte Cream Lip Crayon in Glacé. It has like super tiny print at the bottom of the packaging, but that's how much of this I have left. I have been wearing this one, not every day, but quite a few times. So you can see my progress. I'm really happy with the amount of progress I was able to make. I feel like maybe just a few more months, depending on how much I wear this, I will be able to work through that. So happy with that. Then I have my lip gloss. This is the Sephora Collection Oil Infusion and Bubbly Grenadine. So I just have the product here at the bottom. Now my mark from last time, it doesn't look like I used it as much. I have been using this. I probably haven't been reapplying it as much as I could. I kind of just apply it in the morning and then don't kind of reapply it throughout the day. And I will have to take the stopper out at some point. But it's kind of product that I do put this in like hot water so it can like all settle at the bottom so I can measure it. But when I'm like using it every day, it kind of like travels up the side of the packaging, and probably am not getting as much use out of it as I could, but that's where I am with this one. I will have to like specifically focus on this one to get the rest of it used up. That's my lip gloss. And then my final makeup item is this Fresh Sugar Lip Treatment in the shade Berry. This is something I have in my purse, so I try to reapply it throughout the day. So that's what I have left of it. Not a ton. I can show you my little post-it. I'm happy. I feel like in my first month, I was able to like make a ton of progress on this, and then this last update, you can see where I was last time versus this time. So still able to make some good progress, and if I focus on this one, I should be able to have it finished up by the next update, but that's what I have left of that one. So finally, I have a few non-makeup categories. So the first one is like nail polish, nail care. I expanded that to include like hand care so I could focus on using up some of my hand creams. So the hand cream that I'm focusing now is the True Blue Mini. It's the paraffin super softening hand lotion. I don't think they still sell this brand at Bath & Body Works, or this like line of products at Bath & Body Works, but that's where I got it. Now I have kind of been neglecting this, and my hands are like super dry, so I shouldn't be, but I was really good with applying this, and then I kind of stopped. But if I squeeze out the air, I don't really have much left. It's a product that I just need to focus on using. With this one, I feel like it's a little greasy, so I have to like think about what I want to do next, because I don't want to like put this on and then feel like I can't touch things. So I need to probably be better about like applying this before bed, for instance. I think that would be the best time to use this, but don't have a ton of this left. Again, if it's something I focus on, I can use it up, but with certain products, like I just forget to use them, and that's the case with this one. So that's a hand cream. Then I have a fragrance, so I'm trying to use up. It's a rollerball. It's the Erin Waterlily Sun. This is a fragrance I just added in at my last update, so I don't have marks on it, but for my last update, I was right at the I in the Erin, and now I'm at the R. So in a month, I was able to use up a letter's worth of product. So there's still the E and the A to use up, so that would be 2 months. And then I have this little bit at the bottom, which might be another like 3 months. So maybe about 5 more months worth of use to get this finished up. But that's the fragrance, and it's not something I'm looking to use up really quickly. I do really like this fragrance, but it is getting a little bit older in my collection, so that's why I want to focus on getting it used up. That's the fragrance. The next category is body care, and for that I have my Tree Hut Shea Sugar Scrub in Tropical Mango. So I don't have a ton of this left, but I'm not using it every single day. It's just dropped the lid, but it is something that I'm using a few times a week, so we'll see how much longer it takes me to finish that up. Maybe a month. I would say probably more than a month, maybe like 2 or 3 more months based on how often I use it, if I use it a few days a week, but that's where I'm with that one. My next category is skincare, and for that I have the Drunk Elephant Virgin Marula Luxury Facial Oil. Feel like I'm almost finished with this. Every time I use it, I expect to be like done with it, but I'm still able to use it. So hopefully, I've been focusing on this past month. So hopefully at my next update, this will be finished off, but it's kind of hard to tell with this type of packaging. Like I can't see through it, so I can't really like measure it, or I just kind of based on like feel of it. I feel like I'm almost finished with that, but hopefully by the next update for that one. And then my final product is a hair product, and this is the Garnier Fructis Smoothing Treat 1 Minute Hair Mask. So this is something I added in my last update, and that's where I started, and then that's where I am now. So this is something else I think I can have finished definitely up by the next update. I just have a few more uses of this. Again, it's something I don't use every single day, just a few times a week, but I should be able to have it finished up this next month. So anyway, that is my update. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think I always try to figure out what I'm going to be able to finish up in the next month. I think for makeup, the Fresh Sugar Lip Treatment in Berry, I think I should have that finished off. The mascara and Urban Decay Perversion. Also the foundation, the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. I think for makeup, those would be the 3 that I would have finished up on the next month. I think it would be those 3. And then for the non-makeup items, I think the Drunk Elephant Virgin Marula Facial Oil and the Garnier Fructis, the hair mask. I'm not sure about everything else, we'll see. But yeah, that is my update. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.